Yeah.
What are the Times going on about? A story about how small our army is. This seems to be some concern, this number of papers covering this from different angles, Leo.
Yeah, so the US fires shot across the bows about the British armed forces. So Britain needs to reassess the size of its armed forces in light of rising threats across the world, the US Secretary of the Navy has said in a rare warning between allies. And I think this is only going to become more of an issue as, I mean, Trump looks inevitable to be the next emperor of America.
This is one of his big slogans, isn't it? I mean, this is the one that was most famous when he went to Germany and told them to back up their ideas.
Yeah.
I have some sympathy with it. I don't like the sabre rattling that's going on, though. Literally, my 16-year-old son last night was in some mental distress. There was a lot of stuff being shared on social media about the likelihood of a call-up. And kids at 16 don't entirely understand whether or not that is plausible, you know.
No.
And I think they should just take the heat out of that a little bit, don't you?
Yeah.
They being the people sharing this stuff.
Well, I think also the MOD, you know, who I think are obviously trying to lobby and like soften people up for the idea that we need to increase the military budget because the alternative will be conscription when the inevitable war with Russia comes.
Yeah.
You know, that's kind of part of the argument as well, isn't it?
Can they conscript people coming across in small boats?
Yes.
It's like before you get an asylum claim in, you've got to do 10 years in the armed forces.
They've been describing them as military-aged men for some time.
Oh my God, look, this guy served the Janjaweed militia. He's going to be great in the army.
They'll be begging to be taken to Rwanda.
But it's not as if we don't know we've got a problem. It's a bit mean, isn't it, to go, come on, make it bigger. We can't, we're trying.
Yeah. Well,
Nobody's
it's true, but it is
interested.
dismally small these days, and it used to be a source of pride even to the civilians among us. I do think maybe 6 months of national service wouldn't be a bad thing, you know, and getting everyone drilled. I mean, you never know.
If we'd done it 20 years ago, but now, you know, we've got a generation of kids that have grown up that hate our country.
It's all this now, though, isn't it?
They can control drones.
Exactly. We're going to have an absolute army of, like, Assassin's Creed.